Guys, here is my overall experience of Bucharest, and I've tried to include prices and different activities that we've done. So it's a 3 to 4 day kind of itinerary. So we flew from Edinburgh to Bucharest. Flights were £277 per person, and it was about a 3.5 hour flight outward and nearly 4 hours on the way back. And we were leaving Scotland and the weather was gorgeous, which is very, very unexpected for Edinburgh. But absolutely fine. Got there and we were really surprised at how hot it was. We did check the weather beforehand, but it was hotter than we thought. We pre-booked our airport transfer, so that was £13 per person, and it means we didn't have to worry or haggle with anyone when we got there. So we weren't that far from the city centre. We stayed in the Old Town, so you can see from the map it's not that far. Beautiful wee drive in, drove past the Arc de Triomphe and just soaking in the country as soon as we arrived. So going in August, it is very hot. It was surprisingly hotter than I thought, but as long as you're prepared and you have the right kind of clothes on, you can really enjoy it. So it didn't take us that long. I think about 30 minutes, and that was us there at Moxy Hotel. That was in the Old Town, and it was 4 nights, £94 per person. And it was absolutely perfect, comfortable. The only criticism of this place is there was no safe in the hotel, which is very rare. You usually get that in every hotel, so you can put your valuables in. And I was hoping for a fridge, and there was no fridge, so we couldn't buy cold drinks and keep them cold because we were so hot. We had to keep buying drinks as and when we needed them. So that was a little bit of a downside of the hotel, but otherwise absolutely fine, comfortable, really nice area that we stayed in. And we did so much walking that when we would come home we would be so tired. So although we were in the Old Town, we didn't hear anything. It wasn't noisy or anything. It was perfectly fine. The staff were really lovely. Also about the safe, there's no safe behind the counter in the reception, and so we just had to hide our belongings in between when the maids did the cleaning and thing. Just we didn't like to leave our valuables out, especially our passports. So this is when we arrived, we freshened up, and then we just had a walk around the area just to see where we could get some lunch. This is me absolutely enjoying the sunshine. We settled for Italian food. I got this ravioli with some garlic bread, which was really nice. And the first activity we had booked was a free guided tour. I've linked all the details and prices and links in the description box below. So although this was free, we did tip generously because, you know, to make it worthwhile. And these are all the stops that we made on this route. So if you go to the free tours, the link's down in the description box below. There's other different tours. It really depends what you want to see. This suited us for the area that we were in, so we were quite happy to do this tour in this area, and it kind of gave us an overall idea of where everything is. And then the tour guide was really good. We were asking him different things. He gave us different tips and tricks about different places we can go. So that was really good, and the guy's English was amazing. This is the famous Umbrella Street. It's obviously another one of those things that you can do, and it's free, and it's somewhere that you should go get your Instagram worthy pictures, and it looks really pretty. I really liked it. Not much to say in terms of the history. I think they just do these different things in this particular area for to boost the tourism. This is a beautiful building. We loved the outside of it, and it literally cost us like £1 something to get in. It cost us buttons to get in and have a look, because the tour guide absolutely recommended this place because he said it was gorgeous, and it is. It's so beautiful. And there's a Netflix programme, and it's set here, and it's some of the scenes that were in Bucharest and this particular building as well. So that was quite interesting to see. Also another free place, and it's a Instagrammable place, is this viral library bookstore. So you should definitely go and check it out. It's beautiful, and it's got loads of different layers, and you can buy little souvenirs there as well if that's what you're looking for. So really liked it. So on certain weekends there is this downtown Bucharest fountain show, and it's lights and music, and there's loads of water fountains. And it was about 8:30 that evening. We walked all the way down, and we enjoyed this. I would recommend, if you're gonna go, check ahead the dates that it's available, because it might vary between winter and summer, and if you go, I would recommend getting there early and getting a spot to see the water fountains, because you can see there's so many people blocking us. So I tried to get the best footage that I could, but it was a really incredible experience. It was really nice, and it was actually like 31 degrees at this time at night as well, so it's wonderful and hot, but the heat kind of really made me fatigued. So it was wonderful experience. I absolutely recommend it. And on the next day we went to Cismigiu Parc. It's a beautiful park, and it's got these beautiful water fountains, and we hired this pedalo, which I believe it just cost us about £3.64 each. It was literally buttons. It was such a nice experience. You can also get the rowboats as well. We opted for this, less labour intensive, and it is so pretty, and the surrounding environment's pretty, and there's loads of opportunities to take pictures. So this is another kind of free, low cost breakfast. One morning we headed to the Palace of Parliament, which it is a magnificent building with beautiful water fountains outside, but it was absolutely scorching this day and it was really hot. And then from there we got a bolt to the Arc, the Triumphal Arch, or the Arc de Triomphe. That was really, really pretty to go and see it, and it's right next to a park as well. So we did actually see that. We walked all the way to the water's edge. Being Muslim, so there were kind of plenty of options for me for halal food or vegetarian food, and this gelato was absolutely my favourite, and the iced coffee, we needed it to cool down. These are the different things to look at sometimes on the street. So this was carved out of sand, and this is the street performer. We decided to go to Therme Bucharest spa on a weekday because the weekends are very, very busy. We got there quite early, but we realised on a weekday, on certain days, it only opens at 10 o'clock. But it very quickly filled up. People came straight from the airport. This is us just kind of checking in and getting our wristband, fobs and our robes. I've included the price and everything down below, and I've tried to break it down from Romanian currency to pounds. So the key fob that I got corresponded to this locker, so that was my locker, and then anything I purchased I just added it to the fob, and then I paid it at the end. So that included drinks, food, anything at all. So that was really handy that you didn't have to have your money with you, and I felt it was really quite future tech and quite well thought out, and it had loads of facilities and things that you need. These lockers were big enough as well. People were actually coming straight from the airport, so I'm guessing they have somewhere to store all your things. These are the changing areas. You just have to pull this block down to lock it, and I wasn't able to film on my GoPro, so I had to just do this on my phone. This is the iconic on the upper floor. This is the view of the palm trees. We headed straight to the treatment area because you can't book these in advance, and it's first come first serve. So we had to just get the available treatment, which was the mineral massage. They actually put mineral on my joints afterwards, which we didn't like, and you have to wash it off, so it was really messy. I've broke down the price below. There's loads of places to chill, and there's reserved seating that we got outside the lagoon, but I believe the inside seating wasn't reserved unless there wasn't a towel on it. And we went to explore the Galaxy, the kids area, and this was really busy the day that we went, and obviously not for us, we weren't going to slide about. And this is the outdoor area, so there's loads of like pools and jacuzzis and things outside. This is the view of the Therme from the outside, so it looks It's absolutely giant, but it's so well maintained. We actually stopped to get a non-alcoholic mojito and a bottle of water, and then we went up a level to the infrared sauna area. And this, I cannot tell you how hot it was. It was so hot. So we got this green vitamin drink before our treatment, and this is the treatment room. So really nice, comfy bed, great treatment, highly recommend it. And you can do these other services, so massage beds. And again, we went out for another wander, and it's just really pretty with the water fountains. It's really chill, really nice environment. To make an order in the restaurant, you had to stand in these self-service kiosks, and it was so busy. And the service was so slow, and I think they were overwhelmed. This is the aspect of the spa that I didn't really enjoy, and I felt like it was really disorganised. So we stood for ages in a queue, placed our order, and then we had to go and collect it, and it wasn't the best service, and the food was awful. I ordered a falafel and chips and a drink, but I would recommend this frappuccino. It was delicious. Here's some more ideas of the kind of food that we ate. It was really delicious. This was some breakfast and brunch options, so there's always plenty of nice things to eat. And here's some halal options. So it's like authentic halal kebabs, which are nice. And then one morning we had this like Greek pastry and iced coffee, which was absolutely delicious. We had this on the last day. And now this is us heading to the airport. We just bought a Bolt, and it actually ended up costing us a lot more because it was actually delayed and it got stuck in traffic, so the guy actually billed us extra. And when we got here, this is where the actual kind of chaos started, because it was so busy and there was no concept of queues. We were in this crazy pile of people, and our feet were swollen, and it was so hot. It was really uncomfortable. And then we eventually got on the plane. The plane was delayed, and there was nobody communicating to us from Ryanair. I think this is just typical. So that's us finally on the plane, and I never got a window seat, so this is me just trying to get a view of the window outside. Otherwise, it was a wonderful trip, a beautiful, safe place, and it's very reasonable as well. The Bolt taxis, the food, you know, it was a really nice place. So I would definitely recommend it. You should definitely consider it. And this was our rainbow on the way back to our rainy Scotland.